What's going on, guys? It's ASAP Flash here, and I'm here with another video. So I seen season 2, episode 3, uh, uh, episode whatever of Master of None titled Religion, and I feel like to an extent that this episode is kind of a touchy subject. It's kind of like the elephant in the room, especially if you're not really much of a religious person, but your family is. You know, it's like you don't do the typical religious stuff like go to church or read the Bible or anything that, but you do believe in God, but you're not religious like them. You know, so when you visit your family or when they visit you, you feel like you're put in this kind of an awkward predicament where you got to pretend something that you're not, where it's like you got to act like yes, I do that, but deep down inside, you're lying not only to yourself but to everybody, to your family and etc. So this is basically what this episode is. It's like, sure, it takes it on a comedic take and everything. It's still a comedy show, but at the same time, it kind of tackles briefly, like what it's like to be Muslim nowadays and how like everybody throws labels at you, yada yada yada, and based off of interpretation and shit like that. And you know, it's crazy because like I think this episode handled a delicate like situation, without being too controversial, but at the same time, like telling the jokes that it needs to tell, like to make it a funny episode. But it just like some people are totally religious and they follow like what the tradition says and yada yada yada, and other people just like they believe, but they'd rather not do those things. They'd rather like live their life, and if they want to eat pork, they eat pork, But it just you got to be a good person for yourself. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it's all about. Like whatever religion you are, look out for your fellow people, for your fellow man, whether it be atheist, Muslim, whatever. And I mean, I think personally, I think we use labels too damn much, you know, to because at the end of the day, we're not religious, we're not skin colors, or we're not this, that, and the other thing. At the end of the day, we're just a human race, you know. And it's crazy because like I really want to say like the funny moments in this episode and whatever, but what I got from this episode is like yes, like respect your relatives religious passions and religious desires or whatever, but at the same time don't force like how you believe on other people's shit. You know what I mean? And I think I've seen that so much. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I believe this way, so you have to believe the same way, or whatever. You know, um, I guess the way to go about it is like educate people, like the way you believe or your lifestyle, whatever. I mean, don't be all like whatever, because that's the surefire way to turn people off, or turn their ears off of you because you're so belligerent and so like out of control or whatever, versus you just talk calmly and assert yourself positively. People will probably understand, what is going on. And the thing as well, like there was a line in this episode where like, what are you, Fox News? Because Dev is like doesn't want to be associated with a Muslim title or whatever. And it's kind of interesting how they brought it up like that, like saying like you know because people tend to listen to what the media says. In some ways, the media is brainwashing them to think all these violent things, but in reality, it's like nobody's. I mean, yeah, people are violent, people are messed up, but at the same time, um, it's like religious people are not violent. They just violent assholes that pick up religious titles to make that religion look bad. You know, it's crazy. It's funny because it's like I just started talking about this episode and the heavy subject matter of this episode, and it just kind of turned into like discussing politics. You know, I mean, I'm not like, I don't want to be like one of those channels that's like, discuss politics or whatever. Because quite frankly, like, this channel is not really the place to discuss politics, and nor am I really a political person. I'm just saying, uh, treat others with respect, love each other, look out for each other, and I mean, who cares what you believe in or don't believe in? The point is, I mean, this is the human race, and we need to look out for ourselves. Not only for ourselves, but the planet as well. Yeah, kind of. I've kind of got like a little, preachy, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So it's a heavy subject, I guess you could say. I mean, it's kind of hard to make jokes about it, though. You know. Yeah. So this has been a bummer of an episode. Comment down below if you think this has been a bummer of an episode. I'm sorry if I let you down. I just kind of felt like this episode was kind of heavy-handed. You know what I mean? Maybe the other episode would be more lighthearted, but I felt like this episode also had to been made. I guess. Whatever. Yeah. Man, that sucks. I bummed myself out. Shit. My bad. Whatever. So I'm out like the flash, and see you with another video.